Those are the symptoms of the infection on Mother Base. The blisters on the body were full of tiny worms. Parasite larvae, most likely. But we couldn't find any adults. It doesn't seem to mature in the body. We don't know the root of infection, or what causes symptoms to develop. The infection rate, along with the number of dead, are both on the rise. If we don't find the cause, and soon...
Boss, do you remember seeing these symptoms before? The bodies floating around in the oil facility.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
The Devil's House? This epidemic looks just like what we've seen on our hunt for Cypher. It could be a counterplay by Skullface.
That's insane. You mean they weaponize parasites?
Parasites as weapons. That definitely falls under the Biological Weapons Convention. But it's something the world would never see coming. And no one's ever developed a vaccine for parasites.
So this is the weapon of mass destruction Cypher was working on in Africa.
It may be. But if it is, how did the Yellow Cake and Walker Gears fit in? There must be something bigger we're not seeing. Anyway, our priority now is to prevent more casualties.
The medical team is studying the infection, but we can't treat anyone until we know the root cause. All we can do right now is halt the spread of infection.
but the extraction failed. The support unit just isn't skilled enough. If you want to increase the success rate of Fulton extractions in bad weather, you need to improve the support unit.
Where are your friends? Spit it out.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us. Too. Roger that.
Naar de valspositie. Herhaal. Alle eenheden naar de valspositie.
Zitten de Zulu in. Visuele contact verloren. Keer terug naar laatste bekende positie. Orde.
Dat is CMT, begrijp. Dit is op je uitkijkt voor die erge beweging. Uit.
Zitten de Zulu in. Die vijand is vergekomen. Ons gaan hem nou zoeken. Orde.
Dat is CMT, begrijp. Dat kon niet vergekomen is niet. Blijf wachtzaam. Uit. HK. Dat is CMT. Als jullie fans aangetrekt van contact verloren naar het kruisvuur. Vijand kan nog even daarbij wegkruipen. Adviseer wachtzaamheid. Hoor. Dat is CMT. Geef mij een opzommen. Hoor. Kopie jij. Kom en... Alle troepen, dit is CMT. Wat is de situatie? Alle eenheden staan bij. Geef mij een opzommen. Hoor. Kopie jij. Kom en... Alle troepen, dit is CMT. Wat is de situatie? Alle eenheden staan bij.
Roger.
Arriving shortly at LZ.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Gaining altitude.
remember before, boss. When Quiet attacked one of our guys on Mother Base, stuck a knife in his mouth. He's one of the very few soldiers who've had contact with her recently. Close contact. I don't think it's a coincidence that he was among those who became symptomatic pretty early on in this epidemic. Saliva and blood spatter, an open wound, mucosal infection. Whatever is causing this got inside him then.
Miller, that is a baseless accusation.
The source of the infection is Quiet. Everyone suspects her.
We don't know that. And we've come across these symptoms before. The bodies in the water at the oil field facility, those sick people in the beds at the Devil's House. They're identical to what we've seen while we've been after Cypher. The infection could have come from elsewhere. But at the very least, she does know something.
It's not like she's gonna talk.
No, not through words anyway. But what about her actions? Quiet held a knife to that soldier back then, before he became symptomatic. There must have been a reason for that.
A reason for shoving a knife down the throat of one of our men.
What if she's capable of identifying who's infected? What if she was trying to stop the infection but couldn't communicate that to us? The answer to that, the source of the infection, might be in the mouths of the infected.
You think there's some kind of clue in their mouths?
I don't know. But maybe there's something about the mouths of those who've become symptomatic, something in common.
Something their mouths have in common. Forget it. We can't trust her. Even if she can spot the infected, I don't want her help.
I understand how you feel. But this is something to go on.
Can't you see it's just like I said? Bringing her here was a big mistake. Quiet is gonna be the end of us.
Stand down. You've got zero proof. Try to keep an open mind on this, boss. There has to be a way to identify who's infected.